Hello, sports fans. Welcome to episode 11 of Falcons franchise. So today we're playing the Chicago Bears, and I feel like this is a very winnable game. But before we do go and play our game, we do have several things to do, such as we have 12 players ready to negotiate. So we'll start off with that. There's a few players like Auden Tate that I'm just not going to bring back. Lorenzo Carter's another I'm not going to bring back. Jalen Smith we brought in just as like a depth piece. He's not going to get brought back. Contavious Street, no. Eric Harris, no. Mike Ford, most likely not. Dean Marlowe, definitely not. Caleb McGarry, maybe. Zacchaeus, potentially. Fursker, potentially. Feedy, no. No. And then the rest are all no's. So a lot of my Zacchaeus is rather interested in the Falcons. So Zacchaeus is also a trade target, and he's listed as future starter. I don't think he's ever going to be a future starter. But let's go. I'm going to go 2.5 right here and see if he accepts. Alright, he accepts. So neutral contract, Zacchaeus will just be like a depth piece. And then Fursker, he wouldn't be bad for just for a depth tight end. Because, I mean, John Fitzpatrick, he could have potential. But let's offer him, let's go neutral. But I'm going to knock this down to 1.7. And he says, the team isn't right, the money isn't right, something has to improve if I'm going to sign. Okay. So now that's all negotiating we're going to do for this week. Now, we do have Under Siege, which is going to be our offensive line's been playing terrible, and we get sacked so often. Coach protection for the quarterback was a major issue. This past week, you surrendered a high volume of sacks. Where did the struggles start? Obviously, blame the offensive line. It all starts up front. The number one job of the offensive line is to keep the quarterback clean, and as our launcher guy can attest, that did not happen last week, so they need to be better. How do you get the group back on track? Extra preparation. We're going back to the drawing board and spend some extra time driving home the fundamentals to make sure we don't have another week like that. We're gonna have +3 pass block power and pass block finesse, so that will help. But they're gonna have -3 run block power and run block finesse, and they want us to pass for 300+ yards against the Bears, and we're gonna get a temporary boost if we limit sacks. We do have a prospect spotlight. So, it's essentially just telling you, or we'll see. Coach, you should watch some tape of halfback Justin Irving. He's climbing up draft boards and has really improved his ball security. Thanks for the heads up. Always excited to look at the upcoming rookies. So, they're just saying consider scouting Justin Irving. But we do have Tyler Algier. I don't necessarily know what we're going to do with Algier. But scouting focus player, Adonis Parnell, top 5 projected player. We have the projected number 1 pick. He seems pretty good. Great block shedding, great finesse moves, good power moves, good pursuit. Hit power is not bad. Zone coverage isn't bad. Tackle's really good. He seems good. And with him only being 50% complete, I am going to go ahead and use him as one of our 3 focus players. Will Donaldson is the quarterback I really have my eye on, and we learned a lot more about him. He's an improviser. He's a decent accuracy, A deep accuracy, B medium and short, and A throw under pressure. Great to elite throw power, okay, and solid to good speed. The more I look at Will Donaldson, the more I want him to be my franchise quarterback. A break sack, C carrying, A juke move, D to F spin move, D to F stamina. Stamina may be a big one. But B to C stiff arm and B to C trucking. I mean, I'm not really going to go truck someone with a quarterback. But I would use him, but we almost know everything about him. One of these tackles I am going to check out. Impact blocking, pass block, and run block, all A to C for DeMar Wayne out of Washington. Great to elite strength. Skills, A to C run block, A to C pass block, A run block power. And Sean Edmonds out of Michigan State. We have B pass block, B run block, A to C awareness and impact blocking. Good to great strength. B run block, B pass block, A lead block, BDD injury. He seems really good. I think we're going to use another one on him. We might be able to draft two Purnells, Adonis Purnell and Cedric Purnell, as we do have 3 first-round picks. Oh, in the last episode I said we also had the Bears' first-round pick. That is actually incorrect. We do not. I thought we traded Calvin Ridley to the Bears. We traded him to the Colts. Cedric Purnell looks pretty good. B man, C pursuit, B hip power, A to C injury, A to C play rec. Even a decent kick returner, A to C stamina, A to C tackle. Cedric Purnell is going to be our third guy. It's going to be Cedric Purnell, Sean Edmonds, and Adonis Purnell. So we're going to confirm those. And now, before this game, I am actually going to start Desmond Ridder. Because if I'm seriously considering drafting Will Donaldson, we have Desmond Ridder. So, Ridder may be my starter from here on out. Obviously, Mariota can come in if he struggles. But Desmond Ridder will start this game and make his first career start against the Chicago Bears. I feel a winnable game, so we're not putting him into a situation against like a really good team like the Buccaneers. And we're like, here, go win this game. It's a winnable game. They're 2-8. We're 1-9. We do have a few players to upgrade. Actually, just Richie Grant, who, if you missed last episode, he was able to get up to star development, had a monster game last week. He had 2 interceptions. Richie Grant's ratings, I guess I would go zone. Actually, let's go hybrid to upgrade them both. And really doesn't look great. +3 man, +1 awareness. Now, his man coverage rating is not bad. It's 75. Zone coverage, I was thinking, isn't bad. Man is only 68. Never mind. Wait, Richie Grant's got 4 upgrades. So, I'm also going to go zone. I don't know why we just can't upgrade it all at once. He's got +1 zone, +1 tackle, strength, pursuit, and awareness. Oh, we can upgrade it all at once. I'm going to go run support here. +4 awareness, +2 pursuit, and +1 to block, shedding man, and press. And one more skill point. We're going to go hybrid. And now, +2 man, +1 play rec, +2 tackle, +1 zone. So now he's up to a 76 overall. And he's still not the most well-rounded player, not the greatest cover guy. But I mean, we could still work on that. He's still young. And this week, against the Bears, we're going to go through our weekly strategy, as we always do. We did have a lot of fatigue last week because we were playing on a short week, so that means we have a few days of extra rest. Justin Fields, I'm not necessarily worried about. Instead, we're going to go, well, their offensive line also isn't great. And David Montgomery must be hurt because it's Khalil Herbert, who's their top running threat. We're going to go contain the quarterback scramble. Fatigue-wise, 98%. We're going to go half pads, even though I know they have a few extra days to rest. We're still going to do that. And it's not going to be, they have a decent secondary. It's not going to be blitz counter. I am going to go run inside. And we're going to go half pads. And that should do it for this week. And then our game day goal will be rush for over 200 yards. Starting training. Hopefully no injuries. I mean, we are going half pads. -9 fatigue for Mariota, even though he's going to be playing the bench this week. No offensive injuries. And defensively, hoping for no injuries. Alright, good, no injuries. Desmond Ridder comes on for his first NFL start. .364 yards, completed under half his passes, no touchdowns, 10 picks. So Desmond Ritter's first career NFL start. And he is a pretty mobile guy, so I would like to also try to use him in the run game like we would use with Mariota, even though I still feel like we didn't use him enough. I tried to go outside there, just got caught in my offensive lineman. But Algier runs for 2. He had a big game in our win against the Panthers. And I'm so used to saying Mariota. Desmond Ridder goes down for the sack. I tried to throw the ball to Cordell Patterson. No. I don't know who that was. Whoever A was right there, I tried to use a playmaker to make him go up the field. But now we're going to get the ball to Cordell Patterson. And they read that perfectly and even knocked that away before it gets to Patterson. And terrible first drive. We're going to punt that 3 and out. Bradley Pinion on for the punt. Troy Anderson in on the tackle. He's been really good for us ever since we traded away Rashaan Evans. Troy Anderson has forced a fumble last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week. Justin Fields not having a bad year. 18 touchdowns with 7 picks, just over 2,000 yards. And we get the first look at the Bears offense after we had a brutal first offensive possession. Casey Hayward makes the tackle on, don't know who that was, Dante Pettis. I mean, the Bears' receiving core is not very good. Neither is their offensive line. So I am going to try to send some pressure. It also looks like a run. It is not a run. And Cole Kmet is off to the races. Casey Hayward brings him down inside the 5-yard line. We went to man coverage. Cole Kmet made the other guy who was actually responsible for a miss. I don't even know who it was. And he gets down to the 3-yard line. And we've gotten off to a terrible start against a terrible Bears team. Oh. Okay. I switched on to try to get the sack because he had all day. Didn't look like anything was open. And he threw it to Byron Pringle in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. I'm going to try running the ball again. They do have a lot of guys in the box, so I don't love that. And 99, don't know who that is. She just shed the block immediately. I am going to throw the ball again. Hopefully we don't take a sack like we did last second down. Here's Patterson underneath. Not really able to get anything. 5 yards. And we're going to throw the ball again on 3rd and 6. Underneath Drake London for the catch. And there's... sorry, if I say Mariota, and I mean Desmond Ridder, that might happen, because I'm used to saying Mariota. But Desmond Ridder completes his second pass of the game. Tyler Algier, we're going to run the ball with here. 1st and 10. That is our first down of the game. Algier is spaced to the outside. There was space, I just tried to get the edge, and I didn't go upfield at all. Gotta run. Too much east and west running, gotta run more north and south. And Desmond Ridder cannot get the throw off. Gibson in for another big play. 3rd and 18. And we are going to throw the ball. Drake London open. I think he got that. He did get it. They are going to give it to him. It did look like he got that. He was fighting for it. and it's first down. There really just not any space. I saw the offensive line made a decent gap for us to run through, but I mean, there was just nowhere to go after that. So I tried to go a different way. Didn't really work out. No time at all. Jake Matthews got beat by Roquan Smith. And now he's doing jumping jacks in the backfield. Never seen that. 3rd and 18 again. Pressure picked up. Here's London underneath. And he gets to the 46-yard line. It is 4th and 7. So we're probably going to have to punt. It's not field goal range. They do want us to punt. And I am going to punt. That should pin them pretty deep. Oh, no, that's in the end zone. Oh, at the 1-yard line. Bradley Pinion, what a punt. I thought that was going to bounce and go out in the end zone, but apparently it crossed right at the 1-yard line. And I'm sending pressure. And there's a good run of 9 by David Montgomery on his first carry of the game, as instantly they were able to get away from the goal line. I do want to try to take advantage of sending pressure, because their offensive line is not very good. So we're going to send some pressure again on 2nd and 1. And it is another run. And it's first down. That also brings us to the end of the first quarter. We're down 7-0 to the Bears. We've 12 offensive plays, really haven't moved the ball that well. Only 24 yards, 2 yards of play, obviously terrible. We're going to go to zone coverage here. It is play action. Lorenzo Carter chasing Fields, and he throws it intended for Byron Pringle, but just led him a little too far to the sideline, and that pass falls incomplete. David Montgomery, fumble, pick up the ball. If you've got to be kidding me. Cole Kmet just picked up the ball. Unless AJ Terrell's that fast. Cole Kmet just picked up the fumble and ran to the touchdown. For a touchdown. Oh my. That went from good to really, really bad in like 2 seconds. Montgomery fumbles. Cole Kmet picks it up and runs for a touchdown. How did they even score that? If we end up taking a really long time on this drive, I don't care. I just want to know we can run the ball on this team. And there's some space with Algiers. He's going to run for 13 yards and a Falcons first down. I like Brian Edwards potentially on the double move outside to the right, but I'm not sure if I love that. I don't love that, and Ritter just throws it away. Smart play. And that brings up 2nd and 10. I'm going to run the ball again. It's on first down. It worked rather well. Works pretty well. I didn't really love that to begin with, because it seemed like, I forget who it was, but somebody collapsed inside instead of going to the second level. I wanted to hand that ball off, and now it's 4th and 3. I did not realize that was 3rd down. I should have. But we're going to go for this. 4th and 3. At our own 44, but I like our chances here. Oh, I picked the wrong play. Zacchaeus, there's a good catch on 4th down. On a good throw from Desmond Ritter. As that moves the chains. $15 yards on 4th and 3. Ritter to Zacchaeus, who recently re-signed. Algier, not really any space. Kyle Pitts down. That's not what I want to see. Looks like he's holding his hand. That is the last thing I want. Kyle Pitts to be down. Nowhere to go with the ball. Just going to throw that one away. And even though I keep saying the Bears' offensive line is bad, our offensive line shouldn't be that bad, but we're not playing much better. Under pressure, inaccurate. Kyle Pitts pulled his groin and will be out for the remainder of this game. At our own 39, we're kicking away from the wind. Just want to see what a field goal is here. It is a 56-yard field goal. I'm going to kick that. 5-mile-an-hour wind. It's not like it's 25. I'm going to kick this field goal. And I missed it. I think he had the leg to do it. I hooked it left. Yup, that had the distance. That was just my bad. I released the button, I pressed the button at the wrong time. Why do we have someone going all the way across the field? Oh, we don't. Cole Kmet. Can someone tackle Cole Kmet? We're going to send 5 here. So that means everyone should be one-on-one. AJ Terrell. I tried to play the ball there. I don't know what happened. Dante Pettis with another big catch. It seemed like he animated for the ball, but he didn't try to, jump it. I'm not sure what happened there. Should I go for a swat the ball next time? Yeah, AJ Terrell just acted like Dante Pettis was not there. 57-yard. That ball was in the air. And we were down 21-0 to a terrible Bears team. We need to score a touchdown. Or at least get some points here. I don't even know what any of the receiver icons are. That's great. Run with Algier here. Hopefully, someone can go block on second level. Of course they're not going to. And we now have a third down. Sorry. Patterson, that's intercepted. And it is now going to be 28-0. Joe Hayden with the pick. And he brings it back into the end zone for 6. First turnover of the game. You would think it would be a lot more considering how much we're down. 28-0. If we can just get 3 points, I think we can come back. So no, even though Ritter hasn't necessarily been bad, this might be his last drive. And Desmond Ritter fumbled. You have got to be kidding. So yeah, that's his last drive. At least for now. Mariota is going to come in. Maybe I should have kept him in. But I mean, what I was talking about with drafting Will Donaldson, I just haven't been impressed with the way Desmond Ritter's played it all, even in relief of Marcus Mariota. There's one game, Deion Jones got through that hole quickly and got the big tackle on David Montgomery, keeping him 2 yards. But I mean, I feel like just anyone we draft would be better than who we have now. AJ Terrell, huge interception. Jumping the route intended for Dante Pettis. And now I believe we actually have somewhat of a chance to win this game. Over the middle. Is that interference? Might be. It is pass interference. Finally getting a call to go our way. I like the swap post right in the middle, but I don't think we're going to have the time. I also don't trust Marcus Mariota to make that throw. Have space over here. We're going to take off and run. Couldn't juke around him. And it is 2nd and 7. And I wanted to throw that ball away. We're sacked again. Only lost a 2 there, so luckily we didn't lose a ton. 3rd and 9. We are going to snap this ball before the 2-minute warning. Patterson underneath. Didn't get the first down. But, I mean, with the way this game has gone, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm only at my own 35. 4th and 4, but, I mean, we're down by 28 points in the second quarter. As long as we have time, I really like this. That was a brutal throw. I waited way too long. And now the Bears get that ball. That was my fault. I waited way too long to throw that. What are they reviewing? I'm very confused with what they're even reviewing. The ruling on the field is upheld. Thanks, but for what were they reviewing? Why is Dante Pettis wide open? And why does Dante Pettis become the greatest receiver to ever live? I also don't know why Arnold Ebiketie was supposed to be over there, when he was on the complete other side of the field. Isaiah Oliver can't bring down Justin Fields. Ebiketie big hit, and he brings him down. I don't know why he was in coverage again. I don't want my linebackers in coverage like that. Like my edge rushers, sorry. Like my middle linebackers like Anderson and Jones, I don't really care. I want them to be in coverage. Like occasionally we'll send them in on a blitz. Isaiah Oliver, good tackle on Cole Kmet. And the Bears spend their second timeout. We're still down 28-0. I'd like to get another interception, or like another turnover in some way. 3rd and 11. We get a stop here. I'm considering calling a timeout. And that was my fault. I just stopped running once switched on to Casey Hayward. And we are now down 34-0. About to be 35 after the extra point. But Marcus Mariota comes back onto the field. I definitely pressed the wrong play there. Oh, and Mariota fumbled. Chris Lindstrom dive on that. Thank you. I am going to call a timeout. 2nd and 16. I don't mind using the middle of the field as long as we're going to get big chunks of yardage. Patterson over the middle. That's what I mean by big chunks of yardage. And I'm going to spend our second timeout there. I just want to make this 35-7 before the half. It's really annoying to not have Kyle Pitts here. That's a pick. That was my fault. It also helps when you throw an interception. Kyle Pitts can also tackle. And now we can make it 42-0 before the half. That sounds like a final score. And that's still not even close. Dean Morrow just was not in a good position. And Cole Kmet in for his like 5th touchdown of the game. This has to be number 3 or 4. He ran in the fumble, which I've never seen. And I think that's touchdown 4. Third receiving. No space for Algier to run. Oh man, I did not mean to flip that play, so I'm just going to have to call a timeout. And as long as I don't throw a pick here, which I mean, I really don't trust me. I don't trust myself that I'm not going to throw a pick, but I'm going to go and take a shot down the field. Brian Edwards somehow caught that. Well, some stat inflation, but nothing else. It's a draw. Montgomery runs over Isaiah Oliver. Richie Grant, good tackle in the open field on David Montgomery, bringing up 3rd and 2. We're going to send pressure here on 3rd down. And it's a run. Contavious Street got hands on him but couldn't bring him down, as he was partially still engaged in a block. Lorenzo Carter can't tackle. Troy Anderson and Casey Hayward combine. If Casey Hayward did not come in there, I have a strong feeling that tackle would have been broken. And like, I'm not going aggressive tackle. I'm just pressing A for conservative tackle. But I mean, I feel like Troy Anderson should have AJ Terrell, huge interception. Should have decent tackle rating. Down the sideline. I mean, it's not really a huge interception. It's just like, it feels like it's a big play because it is for us. But I mean, really it's not. Because we're down by 42 points. So now, the read option. They went inside, so Mariota keeps it. And Mariota's in for the touchdown. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we can set a new record. Or I don't even know if that would be a record. And come back by down from 42. And I mean, if we're going to do that, we have to go for 2 every time. Well, we don't have to. It's just what I feel like is best. So I don't really love this. I'm going to put Fursker on a drag. Yep, told you I didn't like that. Gibson with another big play. He said, I believe, a sack. But I mean, I probably should have just kicked that one. I felt good at the time going for 2. Maybe I should have tried another read option. But this is most certainly going to be a touchback, and it is. 42-6. Next time I'm going to go for 2 again, just make it 42-14. Which, I mean, is still a pretty bad score. It's a draw play. Tried to get there with Anderson, but it was either the left guard or center. Came up and got a piece of Anderson. Troy Anderson, good job to get off that block and get in on the play, bringing down David Montgomery. They really haven't, like, destroyed us with the run. Going to man coverage, because they do have several tight ends in there. Blitzing, Marlowe got the first down. So, now with the Bears, I want to get pressure, but I feel like we shouldn't need to send extra guys to get pressure. That's how bad their offensive line is. There we go. Mike Ford with the sack. And we're going to send pressure again. 2nd and 18. Byron Pringle's now got bricks for hands and can't catch, because that was most certainly going to be caught. And on 3rd and 18, I want to send pressure. Oh. AJ Terrell. Now Byron Pringle catches that. But it's still 4th and 9. We're going to send some pressure on the punt. Maybe we can get in there and block it. Oh, I ran into the kicker. Hopefully that's just running into and not roughing. And that is roughing the kicker. That should not be roughing the kicker. I did not, like, rough the kicker. I just ran into the kicker. I disagree with that call. And that gives him a new set of downs. You know, I'm going to be Arnold Ebikadi. And it's a read option. Justin Fields keeps it. Marlon Davidson hurt. This game's just going wrong. Kyle Pitts, now Marlon Davidson. I mean, not like Davidson's a very big player for us. But I was saying I'm going to be Ebikadi on the edge for this play. And just see if we can get in there that way. And it is a screen. Tried to do a hit stick with Deion Jones. Don't know what happened there. Just ended up running right past him and not doing anything. 2nd and inches. We're going to go to man coverage. On slant, AJ Terrell gets beat. Really no way to defend that. I mean, how do you defend a slant in man coverage? And I mean, when I switch on, I'm already behind, so unless I go hit A, which is play the receiver, Marlon Davidson's bruised ribs, injury risk high, so we'll keep him out. He will come back, and at some point, I would imagine. Lorenzo Carter dives. And Justin Fields is in for the touchdown. It is now 49-6. 49-6 is the current score. And I want to get some points. And that, dude, that was my fault. Now we have to get out of the end zone. That was my fault. I moved because I thought it was in the end zone, but it really wasn't. And hit him in the back of the head. I mean, his awareness rating must be like 0 because I do not know a single person that is a kickoff returner and gets hit in the head with the ball. Oh, Mariota, that was a brutal throw. Desmond Ridder will come back in. And if he's terrible again, Felipe Franks will be our quarterback. And if he's terrible, well, we'll just put me out there. I'll go put Young Wei Koo as my quarterback. I mean, I really have no idea at this point. Marlowe gets beat again, 56-6 after the extra point. I feel like I actually was in a good position to make a play on that ball. So when you go back to it, I switch on to Marlowe, and I don't know how he doesn't knock that ball away. He goes up to catch it, and I feel like he should at least make a play on the ball. That is something I do not like about Madden 23 is if you hit Y to play the ball. So it's either Y play ball, X swat, or A play the receiver. If you hit Y to play the ball, your defensive back or linebacker, whatever it is, just acts like the receiver is not there, and it's just going to go right through the wide receiver. And then it always ends up having a catch get made. I think Drake London had a better chance of catching that ball than Oladum Zacchaeus did. That was a brutal throw, this time from Desmond Ridder. And Algier fumbles. And Eddie Jackson with the recovery. I mean, that was a huge hit. One of the rare times Algier makes a mistake, as he's been really solid for us so far this season. I really can't believe the score. 56-6. I mean, I know we did lose 87-10. Whenever I say it's a bad team and I feel like we should win this game, we always end up getting destroyed. Deion Jones' big hit on Dante Pettis. Shockingly, no fumble. Whenever they put a big hit on us, no fumble. We fumble. Whenever I put a hit stick on them, they don't fumble. Makes complete sense. Actually, that's not true. Troy Anderson did put a big hit on somebody on kickoff return last week. But that is the only time we've had a hit stick fumble. Troy Anderson, big sack on Justin Fields. And it's now 3rd and 10 from the 12-yard line. We'll send pressure again. Justin Fields throws it at the back of the end zone. Nearest receiver is Byron Pringle. And for the first time today, our defense will make a stop. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Wait a minute. They gave me the animation to block that. I hit X to block it. But I dove into the kicker and they didn't call roughing the kicker. I'm so confused with what the game's definition of roughing the kicker is. Algier to the sideline. He gets a first down. One of the few ones today. I tried to throw a bullet pass, but throw it over the linebacker there. Wasn't able to. And that was luckily just knocked away, not picked. London underneath. And who is that? I don't know who that was, but he read it perfectly. Big hit. Jaquan Brisker, rookie at Penn State. That's who I thought it was, but I wasn't completely sure. He read that play perfectly. I guess I led London a little too far. And it ended up in a pick. Justin Fields on the keeper. He goes down behind the line of scrimmage. One of the good plays our defense has actually made this week. And there's Cole Kmet with another catch. Cole Kmet and Dante Pettis have been unstoppable today. Cole Kmet, 6 catches for 144 yards. Troy Anderson hits Justin Fields as he throws and forces the incompletion. I have just been blitzing a lot, just because I want to see if we can potentially force an errant throw and get a pick. And there's another touchdown. 66-6 right now, about to be 65-6. A 7-yard completion over the middle to Drake London, who's obviously my main target to get the ball to right now, especially with Kyle Pitts not in the game. There's London again, over the middle. Good catch. Drake London 5 catches for 60 yards, and obviously he's the main target because he's the only player who's decent. Patterson comes back to the ball. Ritter was hit as he threw, and threw what would have been an incompletion, but a great job to come back to the ball by Cordell Patterson. Underneath, there's Drake London again. And he's just getting open. He's the only person that ever gets open. Kyle Pitts occasionally as well, but right now, only person that gets open. And seemed pretty good. Perfect throw, perfect accuracy. Just Zacchaeus was not there. I should have stepped up in the pocket and not dropped back any further. Robert Quinn with the sack. And that brings up 3rd and 19. Fersker can't get away from whoever that is covering. And that brings him 4th and 10. They want us to punt. I mean, we're down by 60 points, which is obviously terrible. Oh, wow, Brian Edwards caught another tipped pass. That should have been picked. And that's going to bring us down to the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10, maybe an opportunity to make it 66-14. Under the middle, there's, over the middle, underneath I meant, there's Brian Edwards. And that brings up 2nd and 3. Ritter could potentially get his first passing touchdown here. Over the middle, nope, that's a pick. Thought I could fit it into that window there. Obviously I couldn't. So, we took the 66-6 loss. That was our 2nd worst loss of the season. We had 87-10 to the Seahawks. After another tough loss this week, Coach, any answers to the struggles the offense has had the past couple of weeks regarding the passing game? Not really. We're just struggling. Not much else to say other than that. We're trying, but clearly we need to be trying a little bit harder because obviously it isn't good enough. A new game plan didn't have the intended results. And now the team searching for answers. After allowing 3+ sacks, the offensive line will receive no temporary boost. I mean, our offensive line has been terrible anyway. We do have a new injury. That better not be Kyle Pitts. And it's Kyle Pitts. Okay. Pulled groin, Kyle Pitts will be out for 4 weeks. We're going to advance the week. Next week we play against the Commanders. And we've fallen to 1-10 on the season. And we face off against the 6-5 Washington Commanders on the road next week. But that will be next episode of Falcons franchise. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. Should I draft Will Donaldson? Should I not? How can I get better at the game? Should I be starting Mariota or Desmond Ritter? I think it's going to be Desmond Ritter the rest of the way, but I'm not sure. Let me know your thoughts to all that stuff in the comments below. Make sure to check out my main channel, Super Sports Central, link in the description of this video. That's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.